So let's talk about what some of the things that have been difficult, right? So obviously you get going, you started the business, it's going, and unless your journey is different than my journey, there's been some hiccups along the way. So what are the call it two, maybe three things that you like? Yeah, those were pivotal moments where I like learned something that's stuck with me.
Yeah, I would say number one, I think the reason that we've been successful is that we've built an amazing team, right? And
Hmm.
really proud. Probably the thing that I'm most proud of is the team that we have built. I would say that, and we still, of our initial 10 employees, we still have 7 of them work on the team at Dash Hudson, which is, I think, pretty amazing. And we're now 210 people.
Wow,
Um,
nice.
but I would say that early on, be it advisors, thankfully, all of our investors have been amazing. But some of those people that you surround yourself really early on, and they have a real influence on some of the decisions that you make and why you do certain things. And I think one of the biggest mistakes that we made early on, which I think everybody goes through, is just there were a couple of people that we surrounded ourselves with who maybe just weren't the best influence on us, or who are maybe kind of trying to take advantage of us. It was pretty minor, but I think you only get burned a couple of times, right? And then you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, cool. Like, I probably shouldn't have given away that half point of equity to that person because they didn't do anything for me. And then now every time I look at my cap table, I'm just like, fuck you, buddy. Sorry, I hope I can swear on this, but
Oh, go for it. This is
yeah, but
uncensored.
I'd say that's one thing. But I think that's just new entrepreneur kind of naivety. Um, so that's number one. I think number two is, you have this, like, in order to be successful, you have to have this like unwavering belief in the company you are building and in the product you are building.
Yep.
And yet at the same time, you have to be able to pivot when the right moment comes. So psychologically, that's incredibly difficult, right? To go one moment from having an ultimate faith in the thing that you are building, but then the next moment say, I learned this thing doesn't work anymore, so I'm going to go there. And I think that was one of the most difficult things for me. Was we pivoted so many times in those first few years, but it's really hard on a founding team, and it's really hard psychologically to do that. And so I think anytime I speak with founders who are just getting going, I kind of warn them of that. You will create a business by moving quickly, trying things, testing it out, like Stuart did twice. You have to be okay with change, but just understand that it's going to take a psychological toll on you and take a
Hmm.
ton of energy out of you. It'll be really exciting, but it's an incredibly difficult time in the formation of a company. And I mean, you've managed to create a great company. I've done the same thing. There's so many people who don't crack through that first stage, and I think it is because it's so, again, psychologically demanding to get through it.